Hello and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn and this is the September reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Okay, Pisces, so in your current, what's happening right now is that you are in full celebration mode. You are celebrating a victory. You're feeling good. You feel like things are really finally working out in your favor. And it feels like you're really just celebrating your successes, right? What is crossing you is the Five of Pentacles, which is like the complete opposite of this type of energy. Like here we're very celebratory and here not so much. Okay, so it feels like in the back of your mind you're worried, right? You're worried about whether it's enough, whether you are enough, whether you have enough, whether this victory is going to last, or if it's just a temporary thing and you're going to be back here, right? In the past, we have the Tower. Okay. It feels like you're in a space where you're having like a brand new start, right? The Tower is an indication that people, this is an indication of a specific event, right? So something very specific happened that removed a lot of the people that were around you out of your lives, out of your life. The thing with the Tower card is when the Tower card appears, Spirit is basically doing like a real shakeup, right? So you're having like this situation where your life is being it feels like your life is falling apart and there's like a shakeup and you've lost friends, you've lost family, you've lost your dude, you've lost your job. It could be any one of those things, not everything, but it feels like a lot of things that were important to you or that you valued were kind of removed out of your life. Now, it was done because the things that were around you or the people that were around you or the dynamics that were around you were not necessarily solid situations. And so Spirit decided to remove them from you, right? So you might have been recouped. You might have been recouping from this situation. And so now you're in a good space. But I feel like in the back of your mind, lingering in the back of your mind, is whether or not this is going to happen again. Are you like investing and building and spending time and energy with your new situations, and are these situations going to last, right? So I feel like that's kind of like the thing that's in the back of your mind right now, that you're really stressing about. So the thing to remember about that is they're removed out of your life because they're built on faulty foundations. And so this is an indication that you can have this celebratory feeling and not have to worry about things not going well if the new things in your life are built with a good foundation. And so if they're new, then you want to think about really kind of cultivating dynamics in your life with people that are built on genuine connection, genuine openness, and not anything that is outside of being genuine, right? Because if that's the case, then you're going to be back here, okay? So just remember that. In the conscious realm, we have the King of Cups. I feel like this is like your energy, where you're really kind of in a space where you're feeling emotionally secure, where you're feeling strong, you're feeling confident. You might be in this, I don't know if you can see this particular card. In this card, there's a ship. The ship here is an indication to me that you might be trying to take some trips. You might be trying to travel. You might be trying to go on a cruise, or just, it really feels like everything that you want right now or you want for yourself is actually happening. Your ships are coming in, right? So you're feeling really good right now. in the subconscious realm is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, right? And so this was also something that came up for, I believe, Sagittarius, right? The Knight of Pentacles is not a card that anybody particularly, it's not particularly exciting. It's not fun, right? It's not celebratory. It's about responsibility. It's about responsibility for your finances, you know, making sure that your bills are paid, making sure that you're handling your money in a responsible way, and that you're taking care of the things that you need to take care of, and not allowing those things to fall on the wayside, fall to the wayside, you know, in the pursuit of anything else, but really just focusing on the things that you need to focus on, doing the work that you need to do, you know, being responsible at work, making sure that your bills are paid on time, making sure that you're upkeeping your car. And it really speaks about discipline, right? And kind of erring on the side of being a little bit conservative as opposed to, you know, just out here, you know, just, you know, whooping it up. Okay. It's about discipline. It could also mean that even though you are presenting this to the world, you might not necessarily feel that way on the low, right? I feel like, whatever it is that you are involved in right now, you might be feeling a little bit stuck. You might be bored. It kind of might feel a little bit like you're kind of doing the same things every day, and it doesn't necessarily feel good to you, right? So I feel like this is just on your back, right? Like it feels like it's not ever good enough. And the final outcome is the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So the Seven of Swords is about deception. It's about betrayal. But it's really, in this position for you, it's about self-betrayal and self-deception, right? So you might be keeping some secrets and are kind of like afraid of being found out. And I feel like overall, there's like this sense of you not feeling good enough for the things that you're currently celebrating in your life. And I feel like somewhere in the back of your mind, you're really afraid of everything just kind of falling apart. Everything kind of like, I don't want to cuss, but everything falling apart, right? So because this is in the future position, I feel like whatever's happening with you right now, whatever it is that you're celebrating, you are still carrying this sense of not feeling like you're good enough for it, right? And I think sometimes that becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think the issue here is that you're putting on a facade of being happy, of being satisfied, of celebrating, of having these wins, but I don't really feel like it's connecting down into the pit of your soul. It feels like it's a little bit detached. It feels like you think this is what you should be feeling like. This is where you're supposed to be based on the situation. And it just isn't necessarily like, you don't necessarily even believe it for yourself. Okay, so let me pull some clarifiers. What is the Five of Pentacles here for Pisces? What is the Five of Pentacles here for Pisces? Let's see if I pull some more cards for you. What is... Okay. Okay. So yes, so for the clarification for the Five of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have again the Seven of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Temperance. And we have the Hangman. Okay. What I'm getting is that, yes, you are being deceptive to yourself. You are taking something that is premature and rushing it to the finish line before it's ready. And you're lying to yourself about it, right? This, because it's not going the way you want it to go, or because it's not headed in the direction that you want it to head in, it feels like you're turning into this person, which is like a bitchy person, which ultimately affects the growth and the progress of what it is that you're trying to work on, right? If you have done anything sneaky in the past, I feel like this is something that I always say, the truth will out. So if that is the reason why you're in a space where you're kind of worried, the truth will always out. And so I think that is something that you're kind of like afraid of, and you're in your head thinking about it, even as you're portraying yourself to be in a better space than you truly are. And so I feel like at some point you have to kind of like sit with yourself and be honest about what exactly it is that you're working on, what exactly it is that you're heading towards. So for some of you here, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles could be someone that's young. So you might be a little bit immature in the way that you're approaching your situations and your relationships. I feel like you want to give, but you're not necessarily actually building your relationships on like a solid foundation. You're like holding back. I think because you don't think that you deserve what it is that you are actually trying to pursue, right? For some of you, you can have if you have a child, or if you have someone who's younger, under the age of 20, there is some sort of deception attached to that person. It could be an air sign, or it could be a earth sign. But I feel like I said, the truth will out on that situation. There's like it feels okay. So when I'm looking at these cards, it's like I see this person with the Seven of Swords sneaking away with this person's money, right? And not being honest about it. You see that? So, yeah. So there's that. What is the Seven of Swords here for? So the Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Four of Wands in the upright, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, right? So this celebration here, oh, sorry, I can't see the cards, right? This celebration here, the celebration of a milestone, maybe purchasing a home, a graduation, something major, like a major life event ending, not working out. I feel like that's what you're afraid of. That's in the back of your mind. I feel like that's what you're afraid of. So you might have invested some money. You might have invested work or time into procuring, a stable home, purchasing a home. And I think in the back of your mind, you're worried about that not working out. You're worried about you investing your time and energy into creating this dynamic of stability, possibly getting married, pouring energy into that, and not having it work out, right? So I'm going to pull some advice cards for you guys. What is the advice for Pisces? Oh, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces. Okay, so we have ascension, we have abundance, and we have honoring your energy. So what does that mean? Let's start with abundance because that came out first. Abundance takes on many forms: material possessions, friendships, excellent health, emotional stability, unique experiences. When you lock yourself into a narrow view of what defines abundance, you lose out on the whole picture of what it could mean. Open yourself up to as many forms of wealth and abundance that are possible and watch your blessings multiply. Always remember that focusing on what you do not have is a surefire way to feed the energy and to make that your truth. So like I said earlier, it's really like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you feel like you don't have enough and you're not good enough, you won't be. Every day, watch for signs of abundance from the universe. Acknowledge and be thankful, thus encouraging the continued flow of energy. Remember, the universe will always provide you with what you need. And I feel like this tower moment with removing things and people and situations out of your life because they're not built on solid ground is really an aspect that you should really focus on. What are you building the nature of your relationships on? Is it built on this idea of abundance being only a certain thing, about material things? Do you value the nature of your relationships? Are you cultivating your relationships? Are you putting good positive energy into your relationships? Or are you hiding who you truly are from people and not really allowing yourself to be in a space to really connect at the heart level with those around you? So that's something to think about, right? And 15 is honoring your energy. We all have those days when we are disinclined to do anything. We try all sorts of mental tricks to talk ourselves into doing what we should be doing. Does this ever work? No. We end up feeling guilty, a very low vibration for not getting anything done, which causes us to try twice as hard the next day, which causes us to get overwhelmed and exhausted, which then leads to becoming caught up in a vicious cycle. Your body has rhythms just as everything else on this earth does. Flowers, plants, trees, and the elements, the tides, the ebb and the flow, the sun and moon rise and set, animals hibernate, and flowers grow, bloom, and go dormant. You need to listen to the inherent cycles within you. Rest when you need to, work when you need to. Do not try to overthink the natural rhythms. Go easy on yourself and reserve judgment. You are your own harshest critic. And then the last card is Ascension. Some of those following a spiritual path have ascension as the ultimate goal. However, ascension, portrayed in art and literature, is a great leap into instant nirvana, is actually a giant work of, well, art and fiction. Rather, ascension is the process of conscious living. We're all spiritual beings. We're all souls in a human body who are living life on this earth in order to learn and to grow at the soul's level. That is being spiritual. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you are walking towards ascension. Each experience, relationship, obstacle, joy, and creation will bring you one step closer on the ladder to where we all end. With a greater awareness of ourselves than when we started out with. This situation, at its best, is a rung on the ladder of your soul's path towards ascension. The situation you're inquiring about is assisting you on this ladder. Work at the bigger picture and know you are bigger than any issue or problems that you may have. So whatever this situation is, whatever this feeling is, a feeling like, inadequacy, having things removed out of your life, dealing with, not knowing or unsure about whether or not you're good enough, is all a part of like your soul's journey. And so understanding, I think, for you is understanding that everything takes time and takes work. And so take a look at what you're putting your energy into. Take a look at what abundance really means to you in your life. Is it material things? Is it friends? Is it family? Whatever that is, look at all aspects of what abundance could mean for you, right? And really invest time and energy into relationships that are built on a solid foundation. And so that is the end of the reading for you guys. I really thank you for listening. Please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Let me know how this is kind of working out in your life right now. Share the video with a friend that you feel could benefit. And thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon.